And now to our Vantage exclusive. Fiji's Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka is visiting India. This is his first official visit since taking office in December 2022. Yesterday he met Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He held wide-ranging talks. The focus was on regional security, strategic cooperation and maritime defence. This visit comes at a critical moment. Tensions are growing in the Indo-Pacific. China's expanding military presence has triggered fresh concerns. Island nations like Fiji face growing risks, both to their security and their sovereignty. The issue was high on the agenda for yesterday's talks between the two prime ministers. India has made firm commitments to Fiji. It will provide training and equipment to strengthen Fiji's maritime forces. Several key agreements were also signed. They cover defence, trade, healthcare and cultural exchanges. India and Fiji share more than diplomacy. They share history, people, and now a common strategic vision. So how will this relationship evolve? We sat down with Prime Minister Rabuka to find out. Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka, welcome to India and thank you for joining us here on Firstpost.
Thank you very much.
First, I want you to tell our viewers about your personal relationship with India. You've studied here, you've been here before. Tell us about your association with this country.
I was fortunate to have been selected and offered an Indian government scholarship in 1979 to undergo studies at the Defence Services Staff College in Wellington, Tamil Nadu. And I was trained by one of the best generals that the Indian Army produced in those decades, and General Rodriguez. I was in the same syndicate as someone who became Chief of the Navy, Admiral Prakash, and I trained with an international group of friends who became very close friends and long-term friends. I have new knees. These are titanium knees that I have. They were replaced by Dr. Bharat Modi of Vadodara, one of the best knee surgeons in the world. And he operated my knees and gave me new titanium knees in 2006, and they're still new. So, for me personally, it's good to be back. I owe a lot to India, and Fiji owes a lot to India and the Indian people.
And you've now built relationships as a political leader, as the Prime Minister of Fiji. Tell us about your interactions with Prime Minister Modi and the equation that you share with him.
Well, I'm older, but he's more senior. He is a great statesman. His priorities for India are the same priorities that any aspiring leader or any leaders in the world, particularly in the global south and the smaller island nations of the Pacific. And he's very determined to eradicate poverty in India. So that is something that most global south leaders should be concentrating on, should be focusing on, and we thank, I thank Prime Minister Modi for the example he has shown the global south.
Defence is emerging as an important dimension of this partnership, and I understand in your conversation with the Indian Prime Minister, you've agreed to strengthen ties, including joint efforts in peacekeeping, cybersecurity and maritime surveillance. What does it mean really for Fiji's security in practical terms?
That is very important for us. It's part of the Ocean of Peace concept, and we just would like to maintain stability in the region, that we are asking that the bigger powers do not bring their conflict into the Pacific and perhaps pull some of the island nations towards them into their camp. It's more coercion than cooperative, than cooperation.
And earlier this year, you publicly stated that Fiji would not welcome a Chinese military base in the Pacific. Let me quote from what you said: if they want to come, who would welcome them, not Fiji? What led you to take this position?
Well, I just thought that strategically they do not need to be in the Pacific. They can do everything they want to do from China. There's really no need for them. We offer every country in the world freedom of navigation. We offer our port facilities to them, and we facilitate their trans-Pacific navigation and welcome their flights over our airspace. So I hope that doesn't make them jealous of each other. They are given equal opportunities for those by Fiji. So there's really no need for any of them to come and stake claim in Fiji and say, we're here, we got here first.
Are you under pressure? Do you feel under pressure from any side?
No. I do not feel any pressure because I deal with their diplomats and with their leaders very openly. They understand me and I understand them. So they cannot really pressure me.
As part of your recent agreement, India is going to be sending a naval ship and deepening maritime relationships with Fiji. What role do you see for India in your region?
India has sent naval ships to Fiji in the past, and it's not brought any displeasure to our attention from China or any other powers in the world, because it's natural for us to continue doing that.
Do you see a role for India in the event of a conflict in the Pacific?
Do I
see a role for India in the event of a conflict in the Pacific?
A conflict between whom and whom?
Oh, well, there are a lot of players. This is a hypothetical question, but do you see a role for India?
Well, India's voice is very influential in the world. Their voice as a global leader, as an international leader, as a powerful economy in the world, they should be listened to. How many countries in the world have more than 1 billion population? 2. And India is one of them.
And the only one that upholds the global rules-based order. Would you welcome more Indian military voyages and defense drills in your part of the world to challenge those who may be, weakening the rules-based order?
I have always maintained that it's better to continue working with those that you're familiar with and you have worked with for decades. There's no reason for us to abandon that good relationship that we have had with India in favor of anybody else.
Absolutely. And sometimes, despite a long association, there are surprises. I'm talking about the Trump tariffs. Donald Trump imposed shockingly high tariffs of 32% on Fiji. You said that this came without warning. It has since been slashed to 10 to 15%. And yet, do you worry about the unpredictability of your relationship with the U.S. under President Trump?
When they made the initial announcement, I said, we're not strong enough, we're not big enough to have a trade war with the United States of America. They're too big. All we have to do is to try and negotiate out of the difficulties that we could have and look for other destinations for our exports. We are too small to tell America, go do something. If they raise the tariffs on our exports into America.
Did the tariffs come up in your talks with Prime Minister Modi?
I sympathize with him.
No, did you discuss it? Did
Sorry?
you discuss it with him?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We discussed it, and the punitive reaction to his trade with Russia, I believe, is unfair, but they are sovereign decisions, which nobody else has any business in.
So Donald Trump is using tariffs and trade as a tool to put pressure on other countries, even to resolve global conflicts and to reshape international relations. Do you think this policy is working, or is it just feeding to the chaos?
For the moment, it is not all working in his favor. And I'm sure the world and world leaders can weather it.
So you think that the U.S. is headed down that road, that they're
I believe the United
burning
States
bridges.
knows exactly what's happening. They know that they will lose some friendship, but it will not be long term. It'll come back.
Thank you for your time, your vision, your candor. I think for India and Fiji, this relationship is not just about history, it's also about shaping the future of the global south and indeed the world. So we wish you all the success.
Thank you very much. We'll continue to be your friends.
Thank you, sir.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakaidyo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.